Mistercorzi here. Now in the last video we looked at various 2-cell and 3-cell cage totals that gave us very limited choices for the numbers in the cells, and you can see them shown in the diagram here. In this video we're first going to look at the 45 rule. Now you'll recall that in a Sudoku puzzle each row contains the numbers 1 to 9, once each, no repeats. And that's also true for each column. You'll get 1 up to 9 in some order in each column. And finally each block will contain 1 to 9 in some order. Now there's a new term I want to use. It's called a house. And a row and a column and a block, they're all examples of a house. So each house contains the numbers 1 up to 9. So there's 3 types of houses: a row, a column and a block, and they each contain the numbers 1 up to 9. Now the next thing we should do is we'll look at the total of the numbers 1 up to 9. And there's a couple of interesting ways to quickly find that total. One way is to write the total back to front, and you'll notice when we add these we get twice our total, and there's a whole load of tens. In fact, there's 9 tens altogether, and that would come to 90. So twice our total is 90, so the actual total of these numbers is 45. So that's one quick way. And here's another interesting quick way of doing it. Let's pair numbers off. For instance, 4 and 6, that's 10. 3, 7, that's 10. So we get 4 lots of 10, and of course the 5 in the middle. Well, that means we've got 40 plus 5. That's 45. So let's return to the Sudoku grid, and we now know that each house totals 45. Remember that each row contains 1 up to 9, so they total 45 each. Each column contains 1 to 9, their total must be 45. And finally each block, the total there comes to 45. So each house totals 45, and that's the 45 rule. So how do we use this 45 rule when we're actually solving a puzzle? Well, here's a typical unsolved killer Sudoku grid, and we're going to focus on the house right in the middle, the block in the middle. Now you can see there's a cage that covers almost all of that house apart from one cell, and that one cell is covered by a cage that straddles the house, and that's shown here in blue. Now if we focus on that blue cage, one cell is inside the house. That cell's called an Innie, and 2 cells lie outside the house. They're called Outies. Now if we go back to the cage, we're told its total is 37. By the 45 rule, we know all the cells in that house come to 45. So that Innie cell, we will find the number in there by a quick subtraction. And if we subtract 37 from 45, we get 8. So there's how we would use the 45 rule to solve one of the cells of a killer Sudoku. So for the rest of this video you're going to be given a series of challenges, and you're invited now to stop the video, read the question and attempt the challenge. I'll then show you the solution and you can find out how you got on. So stop the video and attempt this first challenge. So let's focus in on the house that's the bottom row in this puzzle. So there's the bottom row. And let's look at the cages that cover that row. Here they are highlighted in blue, and immediately you can see this one cell outie. Now, the totals of these cells, 8, 19, 21, that comes to 48. And using the 45 rule, you'll see that 48 is 3 more than 45. So the difference there is 3. So a 3 goes in that single cell outie. So on to challenge 2. So in this case, let's focus in on the house that's the middle row in this puzzle. So there's the middle row, and again let's highlight the cages that cover that row, and you'll immediately notice there's one missing in the middle. That's a one cell Innie. Let's look at the totals of the cells we have in these cages, 13 and 13 and 5 and 6. That comes to 37, not quite 45. So it's 8 less than the 45, so an 8 goes in that one cell Innie. So now we'll move on to challenge number 3. So in this case, let's concentrate on the top left block. And let's look again at the cage structure in that block. And we have 4 cages with one cell that's an Innie. So let's add up the totals, 7, 13 and 10 and 6. That gives us 36. That's short of the 45 by 9. So 9 goes in there. Now, to find the other one, let's go back to the full grid. Now, if a killer Sudoku's constructed well, it should have a certain symmetry about the cage structure. And in this case, if we look at the cages, you can find that there's a rotational symmetry. If we give the cages a half turn, you'll discover that the cage structure is identical to the original cage structure. So what does this mean for the top left-hand block? Well, let's follow the cage structure that we had with the one Innie there, and if we rotate that grid through 180 degrees, half turn, then the cage structure that we had previously now appears in the bottom right hand block. So let's examine that block a bit more closely. And there's the Innie this time. And if we add up the totals of the 4 cages, we've got a 6, 11, 17 and 5 coming to 39, and that's short of the 45 by 6. So we can put a 6 in that cell. So let's move on to challenge number 4. So let's focus in on the left-hand bottom block. And if we look at the cage structure for that, we can see there's a one cell outie. Now the total of the cages, 20, 15 and 3 and 11 come to 49. and the difference between 49 and 45 is 4. So we can place a 4 in that one cell outie. Now this puzzle, as the previous one, has rotational symmetry, a half-turn symmetry. So if we take that cage structure and rotate it about the centre by a half-turn, or 180 degrees, we can immediately see where the second single cell outie is. And the totals now of the cage is 14, 21, 11 and 4. That comes to 50. And that has a difference with 45 of 5. So there's the second number that we can place. Now for the other two, let's look at the left-hand column and let's look at its cage structure. There's a single cell outie. And again, the cage totals, they are 11, 10, 15 and 15. That comes to 51, which exceeds 45 by 6. So there's a 6 in there. And the symmetry of that puzzle, if we take that cage structure and rotate it around the centre of the puzzle by 180 degrees, then we can focus in on the fourth single cell outie. The cage totals in this case 21, 8, 14 and 6, and the sum of these numbers is 49, and that's 4 more than 45. So there's a 4 in that last single cell outie. So finally on to challenge 5, a slightly tougher challenge. So first off, let's examine the block on the right hand side that's indicated there, and its cage structure immediately shows that there's a one cell Innie. And let's look at the totals. There's 13, 16 and 7, that's 36. Well, that's less than the 45 by 9. So a 9 goes in that one cell Innie. Now, you'll notice that that 9 is in a cage with a total of 12. That leaves 3 for the second cell in that cage. And let's look at the row that that 3 is in. So let's examine its cage structure. And here you can see that there are this time 2 cells that are outies, 2 cell outies. One of them we know the value of, the other one we're trying to find. So let's add the totals of all the cages. That's 11, 10, 14, 12 and 14. They all come to 61, which is 16 more than 45. Now 9 and 7 come to 16, so that other outie must have a value of 7. Well, that's Mr. Corzi signing out, and I hope you enjoyed the video.